ミーヤがこぼす二つの涙が重なって見開かれし眼輝け破滅の色にいでよ重戦士族スターキャットデストロイヤー
Yo guys, and welcome to a new video and a new idea. We're going to be doing a MBT style of 10-minute testing, but for Rush. This is something I wanted to do for a while because not a lot of people do them, so I thought, hey, why not? So we're going to be doing cats. They got a lot of very good support recently, and it's a deck that actually kind of is cool now. So let's go over the card by card and talk a little bit about it. First, we have 3 copies of Golden Eyes and 3 copies of Silver Eyes Starcat. These are the cards that that are needed for our fusion summon and that we use just as level 4 beaters. Next, we have our legend, which is Behemoth, the king of all animals. You can summon him, and then you can add the number of materials used for its summon to your hand. Next, 3 copies of Great Tusked Mammoth. Another very simple card that you can send the top cards of your deck, and then your opponent cannot activate any effects of level 4 or lower monsters until the end of the turn. Next, 3 copies of Cat Claw Girl, our other fusion material, and just overall a great card. It can basically summon anything that you want from your graveyard that has 200 defense. One of those being Dark Eyes Breakstar Cat, a monster that can inflict piercing, and also if it was special summoned, can destroy one level 7 or 8 monster on the field. Next, 3 copies of Trap Mole, another great card which just says that the turn it's summoned, you can reset any trap in your graveyard as long as you have Trap Hole in it. So just a great card overall. Next, 3 copies of Nimble Lemming. You can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck and send them to the graveyard, and then if a Nimble Lemming is among them, you can special summon it, which you would do with Flappin, a monster that can lower your opponent's monster's attack by 400 by putting one monster from your grave to the top of your deck. Next, Green Eyes Starcat, basically a mini draw engine for the deck. You just send a monster with 200 to the grave, you can draw one, and then you can use this card for 2 tributes if it was a normal monster. Next, 2 copies of Rage of Wild Beasts, just our generic spell and trap removal if you control 2 monsters. Next, Ship of 7 Treasures. I think every deck needs to play this card, just a overall very great solid draw card. After that, obviously our legend. We currently have a holy trinity of legends, which would be Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and Graceful Charity. I don't really need explaining on saying why this card is so good. Next, obviously 3 copies of Fusion. It's still a Fusion focused deck in some way, so we do need those. 3 copies of Eve of the Big March. You can excavate 3 and then special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower beasts that were excavated with this. And rounding out our deck, we have Trap Hole. And now with the Trap Mole, we endlessly have copies of this card, and we can very rarely run out. For our fusions, we have 3 Starcat Strania, which basically lowers your opponent's monster's attack by 2200, and can also pop a spell or trap. And Golden Eyes or Starcat Destroynia, which can special 2 monsters from your graveyard, and if they are normals, it boosts them by 2200. So, that was the deck. Now, let's get into the duel. Alright, so our first duel is against... I have no idea what this is, but let's get started. We're gonna activate our spell, excavate the top 3, and exactly 2. Perfect. We're gonna normal summon, tribute for Mammoth, activate the effect, and set and pass. Opponent's gonna draw. I really don't know what this is supposed to be, but it doesn't do much, so I guess we're fine. We're gonna flip Green Eyes, destroy one of their back row, destroy the other back row, activate Graceful, pitch, and then tribute for a second Mammoth, stopping them from again doing anything, hit over both, and end our turn. Okay, I guess these are Pyro? Yeah, it's Pyro with some other stuff. Okay, weird deck, but it's fine. We activate Ship, summon Lemming, summon Claw Girl, special, and destroy, and we're gonna go in for lethal for game 1. Alright, game 2. Our opponent's gonna go first and just set 1 and pass. We're gonna start with the Graceful Charity, draw 3 to fix our hand, excavate, and get only 1 summon, but that's fine since we have Lemming in hand. Special Claw Girl, special Black Eyes, and we're gonna go for Piercing, and for another hit. We're gonna end our turn, our opponent's gonna draw, activate Reborn, special summon Lemming, and that's it. Alright, match 2, and this time it's against zombies. And we have a pretty solid hand, so let's see. Our opponent is going to normal summon and then activate the effect to excavate 3 and send 1. Summon Amazing Dealer, fix his hand a bit, and he's gonna set 3 and pass. It's our turn now, and we're gonna start with a Ship, pitch, draw 2, summon, and then Graceful Charity. We'll summon Green Eyes, summon Behemoth, recycle our hand a bit, pitch, draw, and then basically set our whole hand. We go into battle, go for a lot of damage, and pass back. Our opponent's gonna just instantly Dark Hole. Feels like I'm watching the latest episode of Go Rush. And here we go. Okay, Dark Worker has hit the field. How easily can we get rid of this? Well, we're gonna see that we can't. We're just gonna summon and set. Our opponent is going to then try to burn us for as much damage as possible. Pot of Arrogance, of course. And yeah, this is not going well. So gonna summon Rooker back, burn us for another 1000. And oh, great. Alright, well, I mean, it's fine. We're still in this. We're gonna draw. We're gonna destroy. Dig for anything that can help us here. We're gonna miss every single excavation. We're gonna just set and pass and hope that he can't really do much here. And at this point we're just waiting to see if he can get to 3 monsters comfortably to the field. And it seems like he can, so yeah, we can probably just end this and go to game 2, because yeah, there's no point in going any further. Alright, we're gonna go first, and yeah, that was the perfect draw. We're gonna excavate 3, only hit 1, but that's completely fine. We'll summon Trap Mole, summon Mammoth, and hopefully that will stop our opponent from doing anything. And it seems like it does. He'll only go over a Golden Eyes and pass it back. We're gonna Graceful Charity here, try to dig a little bit deeper, summon Flappen to lower our opponent and stack our deck. We're gonna summon Claw Girl here, try to go for a bit of extra piercing damage, hit over with everything that we have, and again, pass back. Our opponent's gonna activate Pot of Arrogance, dig 3 into his deck so he can send 1 here, trying to get as much as possible, set 3, and we're gonna just hit over our Break Star. We're gonna go and activate Ship, Claw Girl effect, special summon Silver Eyes. We're going to fuse for the first time, and we're gonna try to dig a little bit deeper here, destroy the opponent's back row, summon Flappen, and lower a little bit more. I did realize a little bit later I could have easily killed at this point, but I was messed up, so our opponent is going to be left with only 100 life points, but we should still be okay. another pot of arrogance. He really does love those. He's gonna okay. That's completely fine. Those are getting a pretty big boost, but again, we should still be okay. He's gonna try to burn us a little bit more and summon Lurker, but with the Claw Girl in hand, we are more than prepared for this. We're gonna fuse one more time, and opponent is going to surrender. We're now moving on to game 3. Alright, moving on to game 3, our opponent is going to activate Pot of Arrogance again. He really does love them. Amazing Dealer, and some... okay, so we can't really do much against Barrier Statue, but as long as we get a good draw... we're gonna set for and pass, it's okay. We should be able to survive here. Amazing Dealer again. We're gonna summon Lurker again, okay, 1000 damage, that's completely fine. He's gonna try to pop another backer, but fail. Okay, again, we're completely fine here. As long as we can draw a good enough hand, we should be... okay, we have Graceful Charity, that's perfect. We're gonna fix it right up. Alright, here we go. Ship is gonna again fix it. Ship is again gonna fix... Alright, moving on to match 3. Alright, our third and final match, and it's against Dragons, and we have a really good hand against this matchup. We're gonna start Excavate 3 and Special only 1. We're then gonna activate our Graceful Charity and Pitch 2, summon Green Eyes, summon Tusked Mammoth, who completely kills this deck, and set 1 and pass. Our opponent's gonna draw, activate Ship, and again, since we have Mammoth, he can't really do much. We're gonna summon Flappin, Lemming, summon Claw Girl, and summon back our Break Star, and we're gonna excavate 3. We're gonna then hit over for 16 and pass back. Opponent's gonna draw here, summon the copy, and then summon Star Dragon and Dragius, who's going to get met with our Trap Hole, and that's game 1. Game 2, our opponent's gonna start off by activating Ship, pitching 0 Geas, summon the copy, pitch and draw, summon the copy, pitch and draw, summon the copy, pitch and draw. Then they're gonna summon Geas and pass it back. We're gonna start with our own Ship, pitch Break Star, summon 2, summon Claw Girl, and bring Break Star back, and destroy our opponent's Geas. Then we just set 1 and hit over with both and pass it back to our opponent. Opponent's gonna activate Ship, draw 2, and fuse into Dragius Star F. They're then gonna summon 2 more and hit over everything. We should be fine here, as long as we get a good draw. And yeah, I'd say this was pretty good. Gonna summon 2, summon Behemoth effect, bring back, pitch Break Star, draw into the second copy of Claw Girl, which is perfect. Gonna lower, summon 2, Claw Girl effect, bring back Silver Eyes, and our opponent is going to scoop. Alright, those were the matches. Now let me give my thoughts about the deck. First, the positives. The deck is super consistent. Apart from that one game 3 against zombies, there was no point in which I thought that the deck didn't have enough gas or that I couldn't really get rid of anything on the field. You know, the fact that it can recycle fusion so easily, the fact that it can very quickly go into its piercer whenever you need, and you know, stuff like Behemoth that you can use to recycle the deck back. It's super consistent, and the power level of it's very solid. However, the downside is there are a lot of things that can stop the deck. Most of those being level 9 and 10 monsters that have a huge attack power. Because if you know, your destruction most of the time relies on things like Flappin and the other Claw Girl. However, if your opponent has something like, let's say, 5 God Dragon on the field, which is 5-headed dragon, your deck does nothing against it. Now, sure, that's a little bit of an exception, but still, it does struggle sometimes to deal with those types of things. Then those decks that are very back row focused, like the zombie deck was, it doesn't do much. Also, it does instantly lose to the fire statue barrier because this deck relies so much on special summoning that as soon as you lock it up with either that or Vanity's Fiend or any of those types of floodgates, the deck does just kind of fall apart. The other part of it, and this one doesn't come up as much, but you don't have many ways to cycle back Cat Claw Girl. And the issue then happens is if you use it 3 times, you don't really at the end point have anything else to do. The only way to recycle it back is with Destroynia, who I don't think I even summoned here in any of these 3 games. And another thing that's, I guess, point worth saying is if you go into a game that is too long, the consistency can kind of mess the deck up. It has, while it does have a lot of things that recycle, it has way more things that send to the graveyard and that draw, which in long games can make you deck out. But again, that doesn't happen very often unless you're against control decks, like, you know, things like the zombie deck and stuff like that. So overall, I think this is a solid deck, definitely not even close to being a meta contender. But hey, who knows, after the new ban list comes out, there could be something there, although I doubt it. I feel like we're gonna kind of fall back into that dragon and you know, and spellcaster meta, which, to be fair, with Great Tusk Mammoth going first, this deck is really solid at that. If you have Great Tusk Mammoth going first against things like dragons or anything else that relies on level 4s, this deck does kind of kill it. So yeah, that's kind of it on this deck. Tell me what you guys, if you guys enjoyed this type of videos, and if you have any other decks that you want me to cover this way. I might actually, I'll see, but it's very possible that I might not make one of these videos again until the Maximum versus Pack releases. But again, who knows, since we are getting a new ban list, I might do one more and then wait till the Maximum versus Pack. But yeah, I will be doing a stream next week. I don't know if I'll have any other videos, but that's just because I know that in 2 weeks I not only need to have a normal episode review for the arc finale, but I need to make a whole season finale, you know, review for the entire season 1. So yeah, to not prolong this anymore, tell me what did you guys like the concept, if you have any other decks that you would like me to cover like this. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.